Like, genuinely, bro, how does drawing some 16-year-old like this, or like this, like, literally, how does this contribute to the story whatsoever? If you have not figured out what I'm talking about, we're talking about fan service in anime, because I'm actually about to crash out with this. In this day and age, when you are looking for a show, it is genuinely a reward to find a show that is not full of fan service and borderline hentai. If someone is not being sexualized that is under the age of 18, that's a diamond in the rough. That is a hidden gem of anime. It genuinely shocks me that we have let this become the industry standard for our TV shows. Like, all jokes aside, like, this needs to stop. I am so tired of not being able to watch anime in my living room because I don't know what diabolical things are going to happen in the next ReZero episode. And this is something that I learned the hard way. A little while back, I was watching Classroom of the Elite in my mom's room, and we're just chilling. We're both sick and watching Classroom of the Elite. And then this scene comes on, and I don't know what to do. My mom just looks at me with pure disappointment, and she's not going to believe me if I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was going to be in the show, even though it was 3 episodes in. So I just have to dug it out and switch to a different show. And like, this just completely took me out of Classroom Elite, and now my mom thinks anime is weird. For example, a few weeks ago, my mom was watching Bob's Burgers on the TV, and I'm like, hey mommy, Bob's Burgers, they're probably, like, if you're like bored of this, you should try Frieren. It's really good. The storytelling's pretty solid. It's one of my favorite shows. And she's like, Dane, the anime that you watch is just too vulgar for me. I don't want to watch it. And like, that just made me sad. This got me thinking, how many people are like my mom who are just like, these shows are inappropriate, they're ecchi, I don't want to watch it. Now, the reason I'm even making a video about fan service in the first place is just because how frustrated I am in this new anime season, where we are seeing some of the most peak shows I've seen in a minute. Dawn is so good, but then we have Ayase, a freaking 16-year-old being drawn so poorly. The first episode, like, genuinely, I was about to stop watching. It is just so frustrating to see this stuff in shows. I don't like, there's ways to portray SA scenes or something along that line in better ways that are more wholesome and just like not as vulgar. Like, it does not need to be like that. And then ReZero too. ReZero is my favorite show of all time, don't get me wrong. But then when I see like some 12-year-old like whatever Lus being drawn like that, it's just so off-putting. And there's just so much stuff that just little things that add up. And it's like, yes, I'll still watch this show. They're still some of my favorite IPs. But it's just like, how much unnecessary stuff are we gonna have before it's too much, you know? But like, it's a meme. Like, it's a meme in the culture, you know? Like, if someone walks into your room, you have to pause the anime. And yes, it's funny. Like, obviously, you have to pause the anime so someone walks in. But then it's like, this is because of all like this fan service that happens in the show. And it's like, oh, if someone walks in, it's gonna like look bad. So I need to pause it. I don't know what's gonna show up. And I understand how anime studios may see this, you know, fan service, this kind of tropes in anime. This has been proven to work, so we might as well keep on doing it. It's been happening since Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, everything. So it's proven to work. But like, it's also been proven not to work. That's what tickles my brain about anime though, because it's been proven that you can have the best shows in the industry without overloading it with weird scenes, fan service, and dodgy moments. For example, Frieren was number 1, I think it's now number 7 on my anime list for a long time since it came out, and is now getting in season 2. Attack on Titan, no fan service whatsoever. One of the top shows that many people have started watching anime from. Demon Slayer. Now there's a little bit in season 3 and stuff like that, but like for the most part, Demon Slayer has absolutely nothing. Vinland Saga, one of the best stories of all time, absolutely nothing. These are shows that have no fan service, are amazing, amazing stories, amazing animation, just literally amazing everything, peak anime, that have nothing wrong with them, and they've risen to the top. I just find it crazy that our top shows have little to no fan service, and it's not as dodgy, and that's what's doing the best. But then we see shows like ReZero or other new shows this season that are just freaky. Like, why is this in there? And like, don't get me wrong, like, I love my waifus and husbandos. Like, freaking like Gojo is the hottest anime character of all time, hands down. But he's not sexualized in weird ways. There can be baddies, you know? Like, look, take Frieren, for example. There's plenty of waifus in Frieren, and it's not weird. And you can still watch it with your family and with friends without being weird. You don't need to have fan service to have good-looking character design. So I just did a lot of complaining. So what do I think that the solution is here? Well, here it is. We need to keep on supporting shows that are doing great, like Frieren, Vinland Saga, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. Like, obviously all these shows are being supported, and that's great. And we just need to keep on doing what we're doing, because honestly, I see a rise coming in of shows that are being taken more seriously like that and are not being over sexualized, and the characters are great and everything is going great. And the reason why that it's just still happening, like with Dawn to Dawn, the first episode, diabolical. That was not needed to happen. The camera angles, everything, the way it was drawn was not needed to express what was happening. ReZero, we don't need to have freaking like half naked 12-year-olds. Like it's just hard to watch. And we just need to stand up and say that's not okay. We need to set the standard. We're not, like, we do not want to see that, and keep on supporting these shows that are doing good. And hopefully this trend can now shift and start becoming something better and more wholesome shows that everyone can enjoy. What do you guys think though? Am I right? Is fan service getting too far, or is it just fine and you actually enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. It means the world. Peace.